How China's New Silk Road Will Change Global Business by Kylie Lau and Leah Boyd.
We would like to begin our presentation by explaining what global business is. Cited by the encyclopedia, global business refers to international trade, whereas a global business is a company doing business across the world. The Silk Road is a perfect example of global business. It is known for its trade network connecting Eurasia and North Africa via sea routes and land. Not only is it known for its silk and spices and other famous commodities, it is also known for the exchange of knowledge, culture, and beliefs that have a huge impact on Eurasian countries and people today. China's New Silk Road is a modern-day adaptation known as the Belt and Road Initiative that aims to revive and extend those routes via networks of upgrade or new railways, ports, pipelines, power grids, and highways. This road will be connecting China with Europe and Africa. China says its Silk Road Initiative is to help create a new era of globalization, open to all, according to a draft communique for a summit next month on the project. As Beijing burnishes its free trade credentials, aiming protectionist forces elsewhere. It also encompasses land routes and maritime routes with the goal of improving trade relations in the region primarily through infrastructure investments. This is a map of China's New Silk Road, One Belt, One Road. It shows the Silk Road routes, pipelines, and existing and proposed railroad entry points. There are many problems that occurred and are still occurring with this project. One of those problems is a lack of transparency. Lots of these projects entailed opaque bidding process for contracts and financial terms that are not subject for the public eye. This meaning that shady business was going on if they aren't allowing the public to know what was happening. Many Western countries also worry about the lack of detail and transparency in the project and are suspicious about China's broader political intentions behind the Silk Road. Reuters states that companies in some host countries complain they are being frozen out of major One Belt, One Road projects, while China's state-owned firms grab the lion's share. They also state that Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi last week compared the project to a circle of friends, open to all countries that share the same goals rather than an exclusive club. Even though the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi considers the project a circle of friends, not everyone is on board with it. Some think that China's increasingly assertive military, the development of dozens of ports, and the establishment of naval bases might be a sign that something may be up. They think that China is trying to encircle India. Besides that theory, there are many countries that are opposed to this project, especially India. The Prime Minister of India has called the route a colonial enterprise that threatens to strew dead and broken communities in its wake. He even boycotted the recent One Belt, One Road summit in Beijing. India's Prime Minister was not the only leader absent from the summit. No officials from Japan, South Korea, or North Korea made an appearance. In the group of seven industrialized nations, the only representative to attend was the Italian Prime Minister.
Hello, this is Kylie speaking now. The possibility of something occurring in the future because of this project is very high. One example is money. This project is going to take many years and cost billions of dollars to complete. It might be possible that the funding of this project might not be enough and they could easily run out of money in the future. The timeline of this project is an estimation, but it might take way longer than expected. This could happen because of many reasons. A couple of the reasons are countries not cooperating, or protests happening that are being conducted by locals because they aren't pleased about the amount of money their countries had to put into this project, especially when many of these countries are already struggling. This project is still being worked on today, but I have a few recommendations about how they could have orchestrated it a little bit better. One recommendation would be that they could be more transparent about their business deals and contracts. Everyone would like to know what's going on. Imagine something huge happening in your city randomly and you have no idea what it is or how it is being funded. Another recommendation is being more conscious in sustainability. The buildings the building of the railroads, ports, and pipelines are causing severe damage to the earth. There are many different ways to be more environmentally friendly. That is a huge thing in today's society as well. My last recommendation would be engaging with the locals. The project was run very separately from the locals. In a few countries, there were even protests to the buildings because of how upset people were. Being more open, I feel as if the locals wouldn't feel like their towns were being invaded and taken advantage of. All in all, I do believe that the China New Silk Road will change global business because they are connecting many different countries with different types of transportation, allowing trade to be easier and more efficient.